Fun, cool.
I mean, it's nice, right? It's the first time we've actually used it.
Come on.
We're taking off any sweet jumps.
We have not,
About to.
but we're about to. So, we're on.
Oh,
Welcome back
to
First
the.
Horrible Outdoorsman podcast.
What's up, y'all? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So we're officially calling this.
Really
This is
long
the
time.
start of season 3. And if you see me looking down at my watch, it's because we're on my phone and I'm checking to see how we look.
Check.
Yeah, we look all
Check.
right. We don't look too bad. So we'll call this the official start of season 3. Season 2 went off the rails. Season 1 was good.
Life, bro.
I feel like we had a good season 1.
Yeah. Very good.
Season 2 stuttered. We made a lot of upgrades to audio and quality and stuff in season 1.
That's an understatement.
You remember that first little microphone we got? I still got it somewhere. It clipped on the side of a laptop.
TVT.
Yeah. And now we got a nice little
I'm scared to
Soundboard.
even touch a button on that thing.
this Rodecaster.
It's all colored and fancy.
And
And
we got Roadcasters, we got mics. We kind of upgraded. But season 2 petered out because of life.
life,
But now we're both back.
kids, jobs,
But now we got
everything, dude.
well, but now we got different jobs now.
Yeah.
Both of us got company jobs, I guess you will call it that.
I'm still blue collar.
Huh? What? I mean, I'm proud of us.
Absolutely, dude.
I'm proud of us.
Everything in life's been going great.
The company jobs is going to give us more opportunities to. We have something I don't think either of us have had.
I mean, I love my family, don't get me wrong. We had a lot more time to hunt.
I haven't had PTO in decades.
So today's Labor Day is the first time ever in my career I'm getting paid for it
Right?
when I'm not at work.
When you're not at work.
Facts.
Labor Day was always a day of labor.
I'm not going to lie to you, that beard tasted just a little bit better.
Right? So we got
Something about
PTO. We're going to be able to hunt more. We're waiting to see today. We should find out if we got drawn for now, guy.
Please check.
Please.
I will start screaming
I can't check. Phone's up there.
like a little girl. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Anyways. All right. So
Anywho,
season 3, we're going to get on this. It's already September, 1st of September. We missed Dove opener. I'm not in Colorado. A little sad about that. But we just had a baby in April. My wife had a baby in April. I told her I wouldn't go this year because of the baby. I feel like that's more than fair. She's usually good with me going somewhere, 4-month-old, 5-year-old. I gave her grace saying, hey, stay this year.
that's good, man.
Yeah. So,
Just doing father things.
this is season 3, the season of redemption.
Redemption.
So I'm not going to say any names. But somebody has screwed up twice in 2 years. No, that's me. That's wrong to say. Things have happened to a certain somebody 2 years in a row
Elvis.
on bucks.
Yeah.
One was so the first one was a great shot 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the buck
That was like 3 years ago.
Well, 3?
I want to say. Yeah.
And the buck just disappeared. We never found it.
I have nothing to say after that.
We never found it.
We did a podcast over that one. This is like, I think I said that it's like an alien ship just abducted it and then he gone.
And then last year, what happened last year?
Last year I shot the biggest deer of my life, and pretty sure I jumped it
Yeah, that's right.
when I went to start tracking it because it was the World Series was happening and I was in a rush to go home. Rookie mistake. Probably jumped it. Blood trail was pretty decent.
Nobody's gonna hurt anybody. We're all gonna be like 3 little Fonzies here. And what's Fonzie like? Come on, Yolanda, what's Fonzie like?
Cool.
What?
Fact of the matter is,
Mundo.
that was pretty cool. Fact of the matter is, deer went on neighboring property and didn't have access to it.
It happens. Things happen when you're hunting, and especially, you're not always going to have access everywhere, especially if somebody's going to be like, oh, look, dead deer, and keep it for themselves.
Nice deer.
Yeah.
Very nice deer. Anywho, so you said redemption, right?
The season of redemption.
So you want to get into why it's a redemption?
Let's see why it's the season of redemption, Elvis. What have you got to show us?
Oh, I just accidentally pulled up to the bow shop, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah, probably.
And I went to shoot the new bows, the 2024 bows. The being that I'm left-handed, it's a tough industry. Or anything left-handed is just tough to come by, but
Wrong-handed.
left-handed. So I walk in and say, "Hey, man, I want to shoot the new bows." All right, well, I got 4 options.
4 bows
Yeah, I got 4 bows in left-handed you can try.
out of 1,000.
So they had one PSE, the 2 Hoyts, the 30 and the 33, and then they had the lift 33 there for me to shoot. So me being, I'm pretty biased to Matthews, shot Matthews my whole life, other than my first bow, which was a bear whitetail hunter, I believe. Anyway, I shoot the lift, get it set up, and shoot it. It's not what I was expecting. It wasn't. Maybe it was the bow. Maybe it was my hand. I do not know. It was not your typical Matthews that we've come accustomed to. Just me personally. But I shot the Hoyt first, and that's maybe why my mind was changed about the Matthews.
Hey,
It held better, drew better, shot better, felt better. And at first I was trying not to like the Hoyt, but fact of the matter is that the Hoyt won, and that's what I came home with. The Hoyt's Alpha X 33 in Bottomland. I've got the same side I've been hunting with the past 3 or 4 years. Black Gold Pro Hunter HD. It's not micro adjustable. I actually went to the QAD MX2 rest this year. I mean, I'm talking about, it's a full 180 from what I'm used to. And I'll be
Cable
shooting,
driven versus line.
Then I'll be running, went 5mm. Right here's a QAD Exodus.
Oh. Here we go. Sweat blades.
So, and then I went back to 5mm Eastern Axis with 3 AAE Max Stealth things.
Everything.
All that is coming in at 466 grains. That's a complete 180 for what I was shooting.
It's almost 100 grains lighter.
Yeah, facts. But as far as the broadhead choice, I've been shooting single bevels primarily for the past couple of years, and I think Chris is on to something. He might actually be rubbing off on me now. The 3-blade, 4-blade conversation we're gonna have in a little bit.
That's right.
Blood trails and 1 slit versus 2 or 3 slits.
I get it. I get single bevels have their place, but I don't think they have their place in modern compounds.
Yeah. So
Well, for us,
just to back up,
for us.
yeah, the new Hoyt, I'm actually pulling 75 pounds now. It feels like 66, 67 pounds. That's a delight. The back wall is rock solid on it. And I actually gained another 1/2 inch of draw length, so I'm at 29.5 now. So that'll be the setup. I believe this arrow, 466 grains, 75 pounds, 29.5. It's probably a little over 290. My chronograph isn't working anymore, so looking at getting the Garmin one and just buy ones, cry ones. But,
Klarna help us out there.
yeah. But,
Affirm, somebody help. We're gonna need a loan. Feet Finder, we're willing to send pictures of our feet for a Garmin.
I've gotten told I got pretty nice feet, not by you, but other.
I'm telling you, I'll Feet Finder for one of them Garmins. All right, I'm just
Yeah, but I've never been a speed guy. Like I said, everything's a complete 180. Arrows, bow, release. I even went to the Wise Guy, an index release. I can't tell you the last time I used an index release. Everything this year is different. Everything. But yeah, I've never been a speed guy. Chris is more of your speed guy between us, and we're just the average Joe setup. I'm gonna run it this year. Do something different. Something's got to change. Lost 2 deer the past 2 out of 4 seasons or whatever. So something's got to change. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. Won't know. We'll find out.
Hot damn, son! I believe you did sell your soul on the devil. Hot damn, son! I believe you did sell your soul on the devil.
Doubled it, sorry.
So that's what's changing for me. What's changing for you, Chris?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm the same motherfucker I always been. So, I don't know if when we did the last podcast, I had my V3 or I had my V3X.
You had your V3X, I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry. I also ordered the mechanical from Sever, the inch-and-a-half hybrids.
Yeah, those
Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So I'll be running the Fix Q80 Exodus, the Fix Slick Trick Magnums, and the 1.5 hybrid Severs. So
I've got my V3X.
Correct.
I've got it set at 30 inch. I've got the mods for 30 inches, but they run long.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got a shrewd grip on there, which adds a little bit. I'm probably pulling 30 and a quarter. We'll just call it 30 anyway.
You want to be 31 inches so bad, don't you?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. 30. I'm 30 and a half in every other boat.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just want the speed. I want the extra speed. I'm not gonna lie. If I could figure out how to put an old school overdraw in there and cut my arrows to 25 inch, I'd do it.
I'm not gonna sacrifice a limb for speed.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you should be.
It's set. I put those gas strings on it, and for whatever reason, once I put the gas strings on it, it's set perfectly at 78.5. Perfectly in spec. It's sitting at 78.5 pounds. And I also went back to 5mm. Mostly because we were talking about it earlier. Grab one.
Why are we going to 5mm this year? Back to 5mm.
Well, one, I shoot a lot of bag targets. And going back to something like that, where everything's flush. This is the podium MFJJ stuff, right? So it's
expensive.
Yeah, well, it's titanium, so it ain't gonna break. I'm a big fan of titanium, but when I'm shooting this in a bag target, I'm not pulling anything in it. The one complaint I have with 4mm is their insert outsert system. I think strong.
Oh yeah, I think what we found is the 4mm insert outsert systems almost 100% need a collar.
Yeah.
No matter if it's stainless, aluminum, titanium,
you gotta have a collar.
You gotta have a collar with 4mm.
And I mean, really,
like you were saying, the nuisance to put a collar on it is pulling out of targets, and since we're trying to go lighter this year, weight. So,
I mean, you could find 10 grain collars. Iron
Will has them.
Yeah, I pretty sure JJ has them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Charges for them.
But I went back to 5mm primarily because of the price point. The old school, tried and true Easton Axis. I think I got a dozen for $130.
I like Easton Axis. I love Easton Axis.
They're tried and true, man.
But they're too heavy a GPI for what I want.
Nah.
And I need a 250, 260 spine. And the Axis and the 260 are like 11 grains Cretch.
Yeah.
Whereas this Rip
like
TKO, which is not their standard Rip. This is the
TKO.
Yeah, so it's a little stronger. It's not their SS that has a stainless mesh
sleeve, yeah.
But it's still stronger than normal. It's 8.9. And so I've got 175 up front between broadhead and insert. 3 of those new air razors. Nocturnal. I cut mine short. It's 27 3/4 inches, but that whole thing is 478. 478.
That's crazy, dude. Your arrows are way shorter than mine.
Yeah, I cut mine.
And I'm at a 300 spine.
But I cut mine.
I was able to get that tuned.
I don't know. I cut mine an inch or so past the rest. My broadhead's over the riser.
My broadhead's in front of my finger.
My broadhead's over the riser. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for everybody, but I make sure my thumb is out of the way.
For sure. That's a good setup, dude.
And it's probably running the same. I wouldn't doubt I'm at 290-ish. Somewhere in the 290s.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe
you're pushing 3.
I'm close, probably.
You're pushing 3.
But if
that's 3, about 303, 304.
If I was shooting different broadheads than what I'm planning on shooting, I would worry about it. I've never seen a slick trick fly bad.
Keith?
I've never seen a mechanical,
Out of
especially
a
like
tuned bow. Poorly
tuned
tuned
bow.
bow. Probably not the same.
Hold on.
But-
What's up, Leo?
What's up, buddy?
You want to come say hi? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hanging around.
What else? Something
You want to come you want to come say hi?
you said my tip.
The podcast.
The podcast. The people that listen.
Hi, podcast.
Here.
Get in the frame, buddy.
I don't know if they'll be able to see you.
Hi, podcast.
What's up, man? What's your name? Tell them your name.
Able to see him? Yeah, Leo, come say your name. Come on.
Come say your name. Don't be shy.
My name is Leo.
How old are you?
5.
You're 5. Nice. You tell them how big of a boy you are? You're stretching?
What you got there with you?
What's it?
A Lego toy.
What kind of Lego?
It's Iron Man, but he has these little blue things. It kind of looks like he's flying it, but he isn't. It's just pretend.
Oh, okay.
You're pretty good with those things, man.
Lego.
Pretty good at building those.
It's golden and it's red. It's
Nice. That's cool, man.
a little bit of white on it.
All right.
The finger tapping your face.
Too.
He likes being out here with me. If I'm out in the garage, he's got to be out here. Hey, boy,
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
you going to go play in the dirt? Okay. He's got a little mud hole in the side of the house that he puts his cars and trucks in. Oh, where were we?
We were just talking about switching back over to 5mm and
You know, I made
4mm.
that decision in the middle of a week on like a Tuesday. And I have a bucket of arrows over there that has,
That's an understatement.
it's a bucket of old but good arrows, right? So there still could be used. So I grabbed a couple. I had some Victory Grip TKOs. I built a couple. I retuned my bow, and I was actually using that same release, the Wise Guy. But I am not technically, I don't have as technical a good shot as you. You have very good technical form when you shoot. You don't punch, you pull through the shot. I'm not, I punch. I slap shit out of the trigger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
I'm Tim Gillingham, Cam Haynes. You saw when I shot the
Thanks.
lift the other day.
Yeah.
I shot a lift when he shot the Hoyt.
Oh, don't jump over. Let's finish our setups, and we'll tell that story on how good your wife is knowing,
Oh, yeah.
or how good your wife knows you.
Anyway, so I couldn't tune my deck. I once you change one thing, you had to change everything. I switched my top hats, and I could not shoot through paper to save my life. And I went back. I know a lot of people don't like John, but
John's a good guy, man.
he's got to sell stuff. But the silverback has really helped me. I couldn't shoot through paper to save my life. I went inside. I took a shower, drank a couple of beers, came back out, grabbed the silverback, said, "Let me shoot it and try it." Perfect bullet hole. 3 shots in a row, perfect bullet hole. So I've been shooting with this for about the past week. Gonna end up hunting with my knock to it. Means why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got the bracket coming. I'm shooting them well. I can't deny it. And I shoot. I sent Elvis and Brian a picture. I think I have. How many do we count? 10
10 what?
slick tricks.
Yeah.
I have
like
10 slick trick magnums. I have 2 boxes, right?
Oh, 2 boxes of replaceable blades. You're all slick tricked out, man. I don't know.
So I have one of these.
I must sneak one of those in my quiver.
Yeah, it's a box of 5, and then I have another box of 5, and then I have 2 of the replacement. I think they're 4 replacements each.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
So
You got 8.
I got potentially 18
You got potentially 18 broadheads
just slick tricks.
of one kind. Yeah.
And then I got
So is that the only thing you're running this year?
I got some 2-inch severs.
2-inch severs?
I got 3 of those, and I got 3 replacements for them.
That's what I said through that pig the other day, and
I'm probably gonna buy some of the hybrids. Even though I probably won't use them this year, I'm probably gonna buy them because 4 blades. 4 blades versus 2. I'm big on 4 blades. I have a Carnivore. I really want to try to use it on something.
Grim Reaper, right?
Yeah. It's huge,
Yeah, they
right?
make great bar heads as well.
But it's a jackknife style, so it's fold over the top. You're going to lose a lot of
Energy.
You're going to lose a lot of energy, but I don't feel like I'm going to be lacking for it because the speed of my bow, the efficiency of my bow, the size of my arrow. And I want to see what it does. 4 holes versus... Severs are great, but it's a 2-inch slit. And Josh Jones actually had a really good explanation. If you got 2 like this and skin and muscle is moving, you may not get all the blood in that. Versus 3, he shoots 3, you still got a little bit of a hole. And then 4, 4 is even going to be better. That's why I tend to stay towards Thick Trick Magnums, because you may have a 2-inch cut like this with a mechanical. But if I have 1 1/8 this way and 1 1/8 this way, I also have a 2-inch cut. But my 2-inch cut is going 2 different ways.
Surface area.
Yeah.
Sight.
And they fly great. For being fixed heads, they fly fantastic.
We're definitely going to find out this year because I've got a pretty target-rich environment that I'm hunting. And I have to shoot at minimum at least 3 deer this year. At least.
And I'm telling you, if we get an owl guy, that's what I'm trying to stick to, an owl guy.
Nothing's going to change? Nothing's going to change?
No.
That's what you're going to run. That's what you shoot the nail guy with.
That's what I'm running.
Have you seen... That brings me back. I just remembered. Have you seen Crispy videos lately? I mean, we went on that Cape Buffalo one.
Like 420 grains?
It's like, I think there was 450, baby.
I know MFJJ shot a buffalo with 420 grains. He used a Rip XV.
Also, Beaumeier's wife.
If she was pulling 70 pounds.
So was Crispy.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like
probably the same height, too.
I mean, don't sue me if I'm wrong, but I think they were shooting like 450 green arrows, and they had to shoot the buffalo.
Okay.
Like
here's
4
my
or
thought on
5 times each.
How long has it been, and all respect in the world to Dr. Ashby, because he did some amazing research and he did a lot for bow hunting.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do we say your data is now outdated?
I don't know.
In your mind,
if they were shooting the proper setup, you think they would have had to shoot it 4 or 5 times?
Who?
Crispy and...
Did they have to shoot him 4 or 5 times?
Have you not seen the videos?
No. Okay, here's my question.
And they were all great shots. Well, not all of them, but...
Did they have to shoot it 4 or 5 times? Or is the guide telling them, keep shooting? Because I have been hunting with guides, and they tell you, keep putting arrows in it until the animal's on the ground. That's a guide requirement on some places.
Yeah.
Same thing with rifle. You keep putting rounds until it goes down. And what were they? They're both using mechanicals, right?
So I think Beaumeier was using the Beast, of course, the Beast broadheads. And I'm not sure what Crispy was using.
I would love that broadhead more until I learned it was an aluminum ferrule. I'm against aluminum on an arrow.
Yeah.
Unless it's on the shaft. I don't know. Maybe even then I don't want it to bend. Like Parallel Pros.
Definitely going to bend.
Like Parallel Pros was fucking fantastically straight arrows and they shoot probably great. But if you're okay, so the guys that have them and they're shooting, they're probably all sponsored on YouTube. Let's be honest. Or they have the means to buy 3 or 4 dozen.
Oh, you're talking about the Easton arrows?
Yeah,
the ones that Cam Haines has like 200 of.
The X10 Parallel Pros. Dan's use them. Everyone that's sponsored by
Easton
is using them. It's a big push, right? Because I mean, let's be honest. They're probably the straightest arrow they make. They're probably the straightest, highest quality hunting arrow out there right now. But the aluminum on the inside could cause them to bend.
Don't people shoot those in the Olympics for like field archery?
Same,
right?
Same line, but not. I think the ones in the field are bigger, like 5 mil. No,
4 millimeter.
Are they? That would surprise me.
Like 1/2-inch veins.
Okay, but so yeah, they're great arrows, but are they one and done? Like if you get a complete pass to it and it bounces off the ground, and it's got aluminum cladding on the inside.
I don't think so. I mean,
Bends a little bit.
it comes back to like the FMJs that they make.
and FMJ.
Instead, though, with the X10s, the
It's opposite.
aluminum's on the inside.
So if it bends a little bit,
Kind of SOL.
yeah.
Why don't you buy a dozen and just test them out?
If you have 40 of them, 60 of them, doesn't fucking matter.
It's facts.
So, I mean, I'm sponsored by Modelo. Not really. I wish.
You mean you sponsor Modelo?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm shooting the Victory Grip TKO because they're cheaper.
Yeah. And I went even cheaper and went with the Easton Axis.
And I would have, I'm telling you, I
You know how
would've gone
long
with
it's been since I paid $130 for a dozen of arrows?
We were with a great arrow company for a few years.
yeah. Great. Serious.
Yeah,
Great arrows. I still have at least,
90% of that bucket's over there is
Yeah.
Orion's and Jim Ryan.
I still got like 16 out of 18 of those series Orions in my.
I'm telling you,
Shout.
at least 40 arrows in that bucket are Geminis or Orions. I think there's even a few Apollos in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're fantastic arrows.
Great arrows.
I can't.
And I
got 2 kids.
everybody's probably gonna.
I can't spend that much on arrows,
Yeah.
and they're heavier GPI,
Yeah.
except the Gemini. The
Everybody's
Gemini,
probably asking like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
bro. The Gemini
we're-
were slick.
If we're not switching up our setups and testing stuff, how would people know?
How do you know what's best?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not testing what you can do, you don't know what's best. Those Geminis I got over there probably rival these Rip TKOs in everything,
Yeah.
except the Geminis are
Way more expensive.
way more expensive. And I got 2 kids.
So just to go step back, I know what a 600 grain with a single bevel broadhead does.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
Doesn't leave blood trail.
Only Earth stops it.
But doesn't leave blood trail.
Now that hog had a great blood trail, but that was dead center punch hard. Like there couldn't have been a better shot. But as far as the deer I shot with that, there was no blood tracking required. They fell within sight. You know what I mean? So
Get your phone. Get your phone and check Texas Parks and Wildlife real quick.
What's up?
I left it inside.
All right, we'll check it later. I really want to. Let's assume.
Draw hunt. You want me to go?
Let's assume.
I'm gonna draw it.
Let's assume we got drawn.
You good?
You change anything?
I'm not going to for science.
Oh, science.
I want to see, man.
And Brian, I think, is going to take a beast broadhead.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got some beast broadheads he's got to shoot. Which I want to see what they do to deer. I know people have problems with the Bomars. I'm not. I'm reserving judgment because I don't know exactly what happened. I read the legal documents and it kind of seems like y'all are shitty. Y'all knew what's going on. I get it. You threw everybody else under the bus. It's just my opinion. Hey, you do you, boo.
Mm-hmm.
But they got good shit. I like the nose button.
Isn't it?
That he threw like a dart. Was like he dart through an arrow into a wall and that it deployed. I mean, shitty people can have great products. I don't like the aluminum.
It's like the highest grade aluminum you can get, though.
I get that.
It's like rocket ship.
I don't like aluminum.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm with titanium.
I don't blame you.
Sever.
And the only reason I went with the aluminum insert on this one was because they're so robust. Like, it's not a 4mm aluminum; it's a 5mm.
Different.
There's more area on it.
Although you could have just added 5 more grains and gone with the MFJJ titanium 30 grain.
yeah, I also would have had to dish out $100 more. So
No. How many did you buy?
I bought a pack of 12 for those inserts. A pack of 12, $20.
It would have been like $65 more.
That's more than I'm willing to spend right now.
Titanium's it's pricey.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is far superior. Yeah,
that is
I
the
agree.
reason. That is the reason I do like Severs as a mechanical.
I'm just
The
like I said. I
titanium.
want to go average Joe. Take an arrow up, shoot it out of the boat.
Schwackers.
Nah, I ain't gonna ride a Swacker. Why not? Because I'm going with 2 blades this year.
I had that 3-inch wide 2-blade Schwacker on the front of a heavy ass arrow with my Z7 Magnum. Blew through a scap. Yeah, it was like a hatchet one. Man, I could stick my hand in there. That doe was done. Science.
Correct. So, like I said, going away from 2 blades, 3 blades, 4 blades.
You gonna try any other like 3-blade mechanical?
3-blade mechanical. If I were to, I do like the Grim Reaper one.
Like the Fatal Steel?
I think that the Fatal Steel's a 4-blade.
No, Fatal Steel's a 3-blade.
Okay, so what's the mini mag then?
Also,
I want the 3-blade one.
They
I
got
want
a
the 4-blade one.
Most of them are 3-blade. They're all called something different because of the cut. They got like the Whitetail Special, the Whitetail Extreme, the Mini Mag. I think, and you can get them in 3 or 4 blades. And then you got the Fatal Steels. I got a bunch of them.
Carnivore, right?
Carnivore is what I got.
Yeah.
But so I wish more people shot 125. Because walking around Bass Pro yesterday, if I shot a 100-grain broadhead, I could have picked up any kind of Grim Reaper. I could have picked up some slick tricks, but shooting 125, you pretty much gotta go to a bow shop.
Gotta order
them.
Yeah, that is true. Because even the 125s, the single bevels I was using from BPA, you can't find them anywhere else.
No. So, why did you went with a lighter setup? Because you wanted to completely 180 everything.
Yep, I want to counter what I was using.
I went with the lighter setup because of history.
History of...
I looked at the more successful hunters. I looked at the Randy Olmers. I looked at the Fred Eichlers. I looked at the Chuck Adams. And these guys shoot the Michael Waddells, 450 to 5. They say, oh, I'm shooting a little heavier arrow for penetration. But then they say, oh, it's 450 to 500. And Cam Haynes, I think he's shooting like 480 with 90 pounds of draw. I mean, he's got a short draw length, yeah, but...
So that kind of makes him irrelevant, though. He's shooting a 90-pound bow.
All right, what about Dan?
Kind of like...
Dan Staten, elk shape, short draw lengths. He's shooting 80. He's shooting like...
He's shooting 80 because he has to, though.
Yeah, he's shooting
of short draw
450 grain arrow. The only exception...
But he has to.
And I don't take... I didn't really look at any of the newer guys. I didn't really look at the Dan Statons. I didn't really look at the Cam Haynes. Cam Haynes did for a while, though. I didn't look at John Dudley's. John's shooting, he just put, I think he's in Canada or BC, British Columbia, and he shot a grizzly bear, and he's shooting 540 grains at 74 pounds, which is, I think that's heavier than traditional for him.
Probably like a 36-inch draw length, too.
Yeah, dude, I mean...
They're kind of irrelevant, you know what I mean?
We met him, and we didn't, I expected him to be tall.
I didn't know he was going to be Sasquatch fucking tall.
What? So he's what, like an inch taller than me?
I'll say it like
but
this.
He's lanky.
He was at TAC. I guarantee you, he didn't need a ladder to put the head on the Sasquatch.
He's lanky. He's long.
Yeah.
Where he's not built like me. Where I'm 6'4", right? But I'm built like I don't know, like kind of like my hand, all palm and short fingers. I mean, I got huge torso. We wear the same length pants, and I'm 4 inches taller. I mean, short arm. I got short arms, short legs.
4 inches taller and only have a half-inch more draw length.
Exactly. But then you got a guy like that who's probably got every bit of a 31.
Yeah, I'm pushing 32 probably.
Right. Tim Gillingham's got a 33. Yeah. But so I took the normal guys, the Chuck Adams. Which shoots like 60.
What do we call an average? 27, 28 inch draw length?
We'll say
28
and 60.
28 and 60?
28 and 60.
Draw weight. 27 inch or 28 inch draw length, 60 pound draw weight. Okay. Yeah, that's about average.
500 grain arrow.
Assuming.
At max.
You think somebody with that stature would be shooting a 500?
At max.
Yeah. That's facts.
450. 6 grains per pound. That's my number. 6 grains per pound of draw weight. So if you're shooting 60 pounds, and I would go 7, somewhere between 6 and 7. If you're under, 28 and under on your draw length, I go 6 to 7, maybe around there. Even 7 at 60 pounds, you're only at what, 350?
Okay.
400?
So why go lighter on compound when you go heavier traditional?
The efficiency. You don't have the cams.
Speed, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have the cams to help you. Fred Eichler said all the time that he goes by Fred Bear's original calculations of 10 grains per pound of draw weight on a recurve, which for him is like 55. So 550 grain arrow. I'm sure he's not shooting the same arrow out of a recurve than he is out of a, compound bow. He hardly ever shoots his compound bow anymore, but
Got you.
you're shooting lighter. He's a big feather guy though. He shoots feather on the back of his compound. They all do. But his wife has taken more elk than probably anybody we know. I mean, yeah, her dad owned Muzzy for decades, and then she owned
She
it.
draw like 45 pounds.
Not even. I think she draws 40. And Michelle is tiny. If she has a 25-inch draw length, then I got a 32. And she gets full pass-throughs on it. Which brings me to my point of, I think Broadhead's choice trumps a lot of stuff. She shoots a 3-blade Muzzy. A solid 3-blade Muzzy. Not the replaceable blade ones. She shoots a solid 3-blade
Yeah,
Muzzy.
they're cut on contact. It's just science.
Sharp as shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we don't have that problem. That's why I shoot the slick trick. But
Kind of what I was getting to. Like
even that slick trick.
Bomar and the Dudley, they're irrelevant to the actual bow hunting industry now.
So look at Randy Omar. I know you don't know who Randy Omar is. You're not a history guy. But Randy
Bomar advertising his beast broadheads. He's using his bow.
But okay, so did you see him throw the arrow into the wall?
No, I don't think I did.
So a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it takes 90 pounds to deploy." So he grabbed an arrow. He was like, "All right," and went like that into a wall. And it deployed.
No, okay.
He had his son shoot his bow, like his 2-year-old, shoot it into a wall and it deployed.
Nice.
So obviously, the technology for his stuff is there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a bad design either.
No, it actually looks like a pretty good broadhead. I mean, it's just
Titanium.
it's a 2-blade.
If it had been titanium.
Yeah, that's a 2-blade.
Oh my God, if it was 3-blade titanium, I'd probably buy 20. Why? I mean, what's the point?
You had to pull out a loan to buy it. Titanium's expensive, bro.
But it's the buy ones, cry ones.
Maybe.
If
Do you
my
really think those blades will hold up, though? Hello? Yeah, you know, buy once, cry once. You're going to be buying
they're the German,
replaceable blades.
German Lutz blades. So it's the same blades in the slick trick wagons.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get shattered.
Yeah.
They're replaceable. It's like we talked about the Morel bag targets the other day, me and you. So that was a new thing. I didn't know you could replace like the Morel classic yellow stinger with the bee on it. You could replace the outer cover. You pull out the cover, you order one for like $30. You kind of stomp on it to readjust everything, and you shove it in there. You got a brand new target. Why not spend $100 on a bag target if you know, I spent $50 on this bag target and bought 3 a year.
Just dislike bag targets, says it too.
I like bag targets.
Maybe I've grown to dislike them because of the whole sleeved outsert system.
There we go. I mean, that's the reason my knock-on one got tore up. We had to cut it into it to get an outsert.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But even then, the outsert, I couldn't shoot outserts.
No, don't do it.
I had to get it out. Got to see it through, my boy.
There's $200.
Got to see it through, my boy.
I think you have anger issues.
Are you running a saddle this year?
Yes. So,
You gonna use it?
Yeah, I'm going to use it. So I put that new setup, but you were there. There's like a damn ditch that goes through the middle of a pasture that I hunt.
It's a highway.
It's
A deer highway.
It's a deer and animal highway, man.
Don't get it, Big Dan.
So when I take my boys, hunting with me, or Dallas, I am going to have just a regular old lean-to setup. That way, he can sit with me. But I think there's another tree close by it. If they're not directly coming to the feeder like that have been, but deer know when deer season is,
They move.
There is another pecan tree right down coming off of that slough to where it'd be perfect for a saddle. They would know I was there. Obviously played their mind right, but they would have no idea I was up there. So yeah, I will be using that.
So I've got my saddle. Sure, maybe hunting a few spots. I've got my climber. That Summit climber is so comfortable. If I got a chance, I'd rather use a Summit. I'm not gonna lie to you. But so the now guy. What are you taking for the now guy? Because I have an opinion of how I want to do it.
Taking a spear.
So I just want to take a tripod, a spotting scope. I have that camera set up for the spotting scope. It's not like the MagView or anything. It's an actual Bluetooth camera by HME or whoever that cheap brand is.
Oh yeah, that's nice. You pulled it out when we were shooting the target the other day.
So I'll put it on there. I'll have an iPad with me and some camo netting, and I'm just planning on posting up and scouting like that. You know, I'm looking at my iPad. I can kind of turn. I'm looking through binoculars. Mainly, I'm gonna be looking through my binoculars. Like, let's see what's down there. Move my spotting scope. It's on 60, but instead of having to be here, we can both be on. If we decide, hey, we're all gonna sit in this little spot of vegetation, let's throw up some camo netting, a little bit of cover, drink some coffee. We're scouting on scouting day, or it's the first day. We're trying to figure out some movement. That's how I want to play it. And I think with 3 of us, one, if we all decided to move to different little areas, we all have the walkers.
Mm-hmm.
We have
the walkie-talkies.
Yeah, we all have the walker.
Razor, what are they, razors?
Yeah.
Called razors?
With the walkie-talkie insert, so we could talk to each other like that. If we have good signal, we could always text each other. But even if it wasn't like that, like we said, oh, they're coming to this water hole, or they're using this scat pile, we could all sit behind one little area.
Could always do the old school hand signals.
Yeah. Like now we could do like the monkey on the meme. Like it's got that guy.
I think we're getting too old to depend on our eyesight at longer ranges.
My eyesight's if I don't have my contacts or my glasses in, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, hey, we got to get within 20 yards, guys. It's good. There's gonna be some fuzzy. I'm just gonna see black fuzzy through my sight.
You're gonna tell if it's the rear end or the front end.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. Let me get my contacts in.
No, but man, shoot, man, I hope we draw that. I'm
We shouldn't have.
100% making that. 100%.
There should be we have 5 chances to draw it, and we have a bunch of group points. We have a bunch of loyalty points. If I see a good buck walk out, because it's technically a deer hunt, I'm probably gonna send an arrow. Like if it's
I mean, why wouldn't you?
If it's a good buck,
why wouldn't you though?
but I'm not opposed to.
I'm coming back with something. Somehow to me, if I'm going all the way down,
hogs.
Something is coming back with me. That's just what's gonna happen.
Squirrel.
I'm more of a cottontail eater, but
I shoot a squirrel.
oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with squirrel.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's been times I've been sitting in a tree, and that same squirrel has just been there, 20 yards away, chattering. And I honestly wondered if I could pin that motherfucker to the tree.
Hold on, time out. Isn't there a squirrel season?
Huh?
Is there a squirrel season?
Absolutely a squirrel season.
Are we telling on ourselves right now?
I never shot it. I've never. I dreamed about
proven guilty.
Look, I dreamed about pinning it to the tree with a broadhead. I've never done it. If I was gonna do it, I'm getting some of them blunt judo points.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you just knock them senseless.
And just send a single barrel too.
Shave the tail a little
Definitely
bit.
pin it to the tree then. Yeah, but yeah, I hope that works out, man.
Me too.
I'm pretty excited for it. I don't want to get too excited in case we don't get drawn, but definitely.
We have a good chance. We're in 4 different draws for an guy.
Mm-hmm.
We have loyalty points for all of them. We should get one, at least one.
Honestly, I'm waiting on them hogs to come back. Not only to test, what I'm gonna be running this year, but I wouldn't mind smoking a hind quarter from a hog and making some tacos.
If we get them coming back during the day, we should break out the action camera, the DJI, the stuff the tack setup we had. We can go out there and bullshit and maybe smoke some.
Definitely send an arrow through one.
Yeah, see what happens.
Faux show.
Well, this went on about 45 minutes.
Oh, really? Nice.
A little longer than I thought it was gonna go.
So, season 3, Redemption. Everything's changing.
Everything's changing. I'm gonna figure out how to use this thing.
For not ever using it, that's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah. So
You have it down.
we're gonna get it. Hopefully, we're gonna keep doing this pretty regularly now that we both have normal jobs with normal schedules. We're not used to that.
Yeah, it's definitely
I
different.
mean, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good
maybe
year.
we'll get Carrie back on the show, do a call in. Like we can get Ryan to do it.
Yeah.
We can get Ryan all
That'd be cool, man.
Brian, even though he hates being on
So much
camera.
room for activity and options.
Yeah. Maybe we can even do like a live stream. No, probably not live stream, but we can get the action camera. We can get the like we had a tech while we were there hunting. Maybe get a little talking, upload it to YouTube, do whatever. This is going to be on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to separate the audio.
No? Okay.
Just for right now, just starting back, we're going to put everything on YouTube. YouTube seems to be the platform anyways. We have a bunch of stuff coming on down the pipeline. We both, you're going to get a target bow after the season's over?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
After the season's over, we'll go into 3D. I have a 3D bow. He'll be getting a 3D bow. I'll be breaking out the recurve, doing a lot more recurve shooting.
Hopefully we have some more stories. That means we've been successful during the season
That is-
before we start talking about target again. So
Eddie. Oh, before we go, I was not aware that bowfish and flounder is legal.
stop playing with me.
It's legal. If you can gig them, you
I'll
can
set up
bowfish.
my trad bow so fast.
So no, like I have that old bear whitetail hunter from the 80s.
Mhm.
Cable coated or coated cable strings. I'm gonna set it up. I think it's a 27-inch draw. Like I don't even care.
Nice.
If I could shoot 5 feet with it, we're going flounder hunting.
Are you going to use your trad bow this year?
No,
No.
I did not practice enough. I did not shoot it well enough. Should we talk about my? Oh, we got time. I'll talk about my anchor point. I was fucking up my anchor point.
I could have swore somebody told you.
All spring, I was pulling back and I was touching. So when I talked to Fred, when I went and hunted with Fred last, I took my.
So don't listen to Elvis. Listen to Fred.
Well, I mean, he literally has a super slam multiple times. Anyways, so I'm pulling back and he was telling me, hey, I use this on the corner of my lip, and it worked out great. The problem was my thumb. I had my thumb up, and I couldn't find anything consistent. And I'm talking to Elvis one day. He goes, I said, I think I need to throw my thumb straight like this when I pull. And he goes, duh. And so I pull back, and everything just falls. Like the knuckle of this knuckle of my thumb sits behind my jaw, right under my ear. This is perfect, and I shoot, and I'm like, shit. And this is what, a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months ago. I just didn't have the time. I didn't feel like I could put in the time to be efficient enough with the recurve. And I'm not going to do something that I'm not efficient at. Like, if I can't shoot and be confident in 20 yards that I'm going to kill this animal, I'm not going to do it. I don't feel that's right to the animals.
Yeah.
So no recurve
agree.
this year.
I think I'm definitely going to send an arrow over it through.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If I was shooting 20 yards, yeah, I can't shoot 5 feet right.
I mean, you've seen on the camera, they're about 10 yards. No, like 8.
Especially if you're on the ground.
Especially they're coming from behind me too. Like the way it's going to be set up.
Exactly. Like I said, if I was more
I'm gonna
confident,
send one.
I have a build set up already. 2-blade VPAs, 150 grains.
So the arrow setup I got there, I went with the standard diameter gold tip hunters, not the XTs, just the red ones, the .006, whatever they are.
Mm-hmm.
With a 50 grain brass insert in the front. I think those are going out at like 475s.
So I've got the 5mm carbon legacy. So they're axes.
Yeah.
They're axes, but they got like a
Wood grain.
they look wood, right?
You look wood.
They look wood. They're not wood. And I think I'm gonna put the MFJJ 5mm 50 grain inserts on it, or 30. But cut 'em.
I'm going to send an email to MFJJ
Why?
saying that he needs to sponsor you because you're sponsoring him.
Hey man, look, I use what works.
This is like you want to pet his beard.
I'm a little jealous
What?
I can't grow that beard. A little jealous I can't grow a beard.
He's got some good stuff.
This has been like 3
It's
months.
so
worth of
damn
work.
expensive.
But yeah, or I'll use the brass hit insert with a collar. But I don't like collars.
Yeah. Don't like. Let's clear this up.
I like using back
I
targets.
don't dislike the collars because they fucking work, man.
Yeah.
They 100% work.
I don't dislike collars. I like shooting into back targets.
Yes. You don't like the nuisance of pulling collars out of a bag target.
Yes.
And I don't like the nuisance of pulling them out of foam either. It's not very fun.
No, yeah, because you're chunking these foam
But-
targets. Some of these foam targets are expensive.
If I had to make an arrow for the rest of my life to make sure that bow shop wasn't readily available to where I could just
Glue
go
in.
pick up shit,
Glue in.
I would absolutely have a collar in front of me.
I'd glue, yeah, but it'd be a glue-in system. You wouldn't be able to unscrew it.
Yeah. Facts. So, they 100% are the superior component to have on the front of your arrow. That's undeniable. It's just pulling them out of targets sucks.
Yeah. And they make sleeves for 5mm.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it. Sorry.
What else we got?
That's it, I think.
That's it?
Cowboys suck.
That is not a fact.
They spent all that money on CD Lamb, and that is the best decision. If they spend money on Dak, we're going to get to sports real quick. If they spend money on Dak, Jerry needs to be retired.
Have fun with Stephon Diggs' 80 egos.
Look, Stephon Diggs is going to be our third option. He's a rental for a year.
Not when his ego takes over.
Hey, you think
They're going to be on national TV.
Do you think
your
D'Amico
team
Ryans is
throwing
going to put up
hands
with
with
that?
each other because of one person?
Do you think D'Amico Ryans is going to put up with that?
Probably not, but he's going to have to.
No, he's not.
How much money y'all give him?
Not a lot. The Buffalo Bills are paying most of his contract.
Oh,
And he's only for a year.
that should tell you how bad of a character he is.
He's a rental until Xavier Hutchinson or someone like that sets up. He's a 1-year rental.
That's a terrible way to
He's
say
not
that.
a Nico Collins.
You're a terrible person. For
He's
saying
not a Tank Dell.
that. He's not better than Tank Dell or Nico Collins. Is that what you're telling me? Talent wise. Character.
Do
Character
I
out the
need to say it
window.
again? He's the third option.
Yeah.
Nico Collins is going to have more catches and more yards. Tank Dell is going to have more efficiency. Stephon Diggs is a decoy.
Okay.
You're going to stick him out there so people want to double team him. And then Nico's going to have like 15 catches a game.
I'll be sure to message Dalton Schultz and tell him you forgot about him.
Who forgot about him?
You didn't mention him. You're going to go to Stephon Diggs before you go to Dalton Schultz? CJ Stroud ain't. You may. CJ Stroud.
Dalton Schultz is not a wide receiver. We're talking wide receivers. Look, man, that
Dalton
offense.
Schultz had more catches than your wide receivers last year.
Dalton Schultz is a beast.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a Texas.
Joe Mixon is a beast.
He?
That whole offense revamped again.
Oh, on paper, they look great. They still haven't played together yet, though.
Look,
You are a football player. You know, if your team is not clicking, you can be as good as on paper as you want. Prime examples of damn Cowboys, dude. They look great every year on paper.
What are they going to do with that?
There's no reason.
Are they going to pay Dak or Micah?
You got to pay Micah.
What are you going to do with Dak?
God.
What if he refuses to play this year?
He's on a contract, and he's just going to waste money. You hold out, he's going to get charged. I mean, that's the way that goes.
If he
Under
holds out,
contract.
who's the backup? Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
If he holds back, this is my opinion. If he holds out, you'll have a better season.
I mean, Cooper Rush has proven himself in the past. Does he score 35 points a game? No.
I'm going to be honest.
But
I
he
draft
scores
Dak.
enough.
I draft Dak as a quarterback if he's in the 7th round of the draft.
Yeah,
He throws for a shit ton of yards.
absolutely.
I mean, usually they're all in the 4th quarter when they are losing, but
Counts on fantasy. Counts on fantasy.
that's what I'm telling you.
I don't know. I think we'll be in the playoffs, but I don't think. I don't know. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I know I'm not putting as much effort into watching these games as I have been in the past. Same result, end of the year.
I don't want to
years.
hear it. I've been a Texans fan since they started. All right.
I did say my situation is bad. It's just not as bad as yours. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Anything else? Anything we've missed? Anything we want to talk about?
Yeah, at the beginning of the Astros season, everybody was panicking, and I told you to calm the fuck down.
Oh, agree.
They will
Agree.
be there. This
pitch-
is what they do.
What is that pitcher's name?
Which one?
The new one. That everyone was freaking out
Kikuchi?
about. Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh no, he's no good. He's no good."
6-0 right now. But that's true.
There's a people that get paid a lot more than we get paid.
What about Arrighetti?
Thank you. I was not mad about that trade.
Arrighetti has the spaghetti.
I was not mad about the trade at all.
Got Verlander back. He's okay.
He's old.
I think he's the weakest part of it.
He's old.
Blanco ain't been doing too good. Blanco.
Bro, if you were going home to Kate Upton every night, would you be worried about pitching?
Absolutely not. I'd have been retired the day we got married. It's just me, though.
All right. Hey, I don't think we got anything else. So let's thank you.
That's it, man. Sorry it's been so long. Glad to be back.
Anything else?
I remember why we do it now. It's fun.
Yeah.
Good to talk about all the shit we like doing.
It is.
And hopefully we'll get another one out next week.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see.
But like we always close out, always knock an arrow.
That's right.
We'll see y'all, man. Y'all take care.
Let me figure out how to stop this. We
I think
haven't
you
done
press
this
the
in a
stop
while.
button.
We haven't done this. No, not on there. Ah, man.
Just push
If we could figure out how to make this start to that like we thought it did, it didn't work.
Later, y'all.
No. That just hit record. No, I didn't do shit either. I will figure it out. Wait. Maybe we should have some signature music to go off to.
Go ahead.
We'll fix that.